Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is up? The king of laning is here today, as always, bringing you guys One Piece chapter reviews. Of course, today is chapter 765, The Island of Fate Minion. So, thing here is this, if you haven't seen it yet, boom, right here in this corner is going to be the live reaction. Then come back to me for the review. This chapter, honestly, is very simple. So, I want to start on a random note. So, in the chapter, there was a person named Dory, and you had the captain of the Dice Barrels Pirates command Dory to get some more alcohol, and then you see like a little sliver of a panel where you see this person who is like bleeding, battered, bruised, and he's walking off, and then there's a text bubble that says "quickly." Now you can't get a good face of Dory. But for some reason, all of a sudden now, there's like mad theories coming out that either Dory is the red flag Drake. And I'm like, where is that coming from? How? What? Drake. And then number two is that this guy Dory is Sanji's pops. And I'm like, wait. Yo, man. I mean, yeah, come on, man. Come on, that's great. Oh, come on, man. Yo, stop. Like, yo, like some of you guys are just crazy. Because I skimmed the comment section. Some of you guys are just out of this world crazy. Like, whoa. Like, okay, like, the red flag is one thing. Sanji's dad is another thing. Like, what the fuck? And even still, the red flag, I'm not, well, you don't see this guy's face. You don't see anything. So, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's kind of like one of those, you know, extraordinarily far-fetched One Piece theories. It's out there. It truly is out there. Like, for example, the theory that the One Piece is located on, like, another planet. The planet where the civilization first came from, like the ones, like the building, you know, like that civilization that came from, like, you know, that ancient civilization that lost to the world government. Well, they're from another planet, full on, and Raftel's like a fucking portal. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So it's like weird shit. So, point here is this, man. Like, it's one of those weird, random theories which I think has no real substance to it. The Sanji father, especially. Though, I mean, it is the North Blue, and people are going to try to correlate Sanji's dad and that kind of stuff right there. If he is Sanji's dad in the future, I'm flabbergasted. So, let me move on. So, you have, in this chapter, basically, Law, he's actually getting to the point where he's on the precipice between life and death, alright? Fever, and obviously, the poison has gotten to him 3 weeks before this actually goes down. And it was pretty cool seeing the whole tapping thing going on between Flamingo and Korra. And then how Flamingo and his boys, they pretty much have an understanding that, you know, maybe, possibly, Korra is informing the Marines about their whereabouts. But, of course, Flamingo, he, you know, to him, his little bro's precious. So that's the way it is. Like, Flamingo sees his bro as precious, whereas Roci sees his bro as, like, some kind of monster, some kind of demon, for obvious reasons. But, again, the thing here is that he doesn't want to actually go and doubt his little bro. Now, what I will say is that it is pretty fascinating to see this play out when it comes to Sengoku and how he has ties to this. And seeing Korra just come in there like no sound, like the houses are blowing up, and he comes in there, straight up assassin, shoots the lights out. Again, they can't hear the bullets, obviously, and then he just punch and then steals the fruit, and then he's gone. So that was pretty cool, but he failed. Like at the end, like he was coasting, like I'm going right back to Law, and then no fail, I'm gonna trip like Looney Tunes style. Like, there was an invisible banana there. Trip, rolls down, and then there's guys there. Like, this guy stole the Obi no Mi, gun to the face. So, when I asked the question about Law and Roci and who's eat the fruit, the main reason why I'm asking it is because, so, like, when I mentioned that Law didn't use his powers on himself, I was wrong on that standpoint because I did forget about two things. Number one, the bullets, I think, are, like, they're meh. But Law was able to switch his own heart. But I should have clarified what I meant by that. What I mean from that sense is, when I say Law using his powers on himself, I mean, like, operate on his own body to the point where he can remove poison from his cells. Like that shit. Like what he did on the kids. I mean, because think about it. When it came to the kids in Punk Hazard, he had to cut these kids up into pieces. And then he had to remove the poison via that method. Can Law do that on himself? Like, that's what I mean from that sense. I don't know if Law can actually do that on himself. Cut himself into pieces. And then work the pieces to remove the cells in his body and then reattach himself. That, I don't know if he could do that. So I should have clarified in the live reaction. Furthermore, given the circumstance, will Roci be able to reach Law in time? Because think about this for a second. Law has the Opium no Mi if he eats it. But the problem here is that, will he be be able to operate in time, and B, will he be mentally aware of himself? Because right now he has a fever in the middle of this massive blizzard. And he has the amulet poison on top of all that shit, obviously. I mean, the fever stems from the poison, duh. So right now, he's not in, like, the right frame of mind to be able to operate on himself to that degree. So, all the more reason as to look at Roci and say, so maybe the Roci, maybe he actually dies via this reason or that reason. I'm not too sure. Because right now, you have Roci being probably captured in a sense by these guys. Has to reach Law, like I don't know how he's gonna do, but he has to reach Law at some point. And then it may turn out to be, oh well, Flamingo comes in, saves him, and then Flamingo has to watch Roci eat the fruit. Which is why I'm trying to figure out whether or not, if you eat the fruit or not, if you die immediately or if you die slowly. Because if he eats the fruit and he dies slowly, or takes a few minutes for him to actually pass away, then he can actually operate on Law momentarily. Even though he's not a doctor, he can still do something, and then he actually passes away. And then they have like another essence, or like they have another fruit that's like shaped as a heart or something like that, and then Law winds up surviving that way, or like the fruit winds up transferring to that, like the essence of the dove fruit winds up transferring over to that other fruit, and then Law eats it later on in life. So some shit like that. So again, like there's a lot of variables that I'm seeing that make me believe that Law doesn't initially consume the fruit. So again, those are my thoughts on that. But then again, I have to wait and see how it all plays out. Now, moving on. Well, actually, that's pretty much it, really. Yeah, it's just kind of it, really. I mean, there's nothing real else to talk about, per se. Because everything else is self-explanatory. The whole island thing, how they're on Minion, and then the trade-off is supposed to be going to the island across from it. But you have Flamingo on the island called Swallow that looks like a bird, a swallow. So, well, he's supposed to be there. And the Marines have 2 battleships there to ambush Flamingo. So whether or not Flamingo gave Roci good intel or not is yet to be seen. And even if he did deliver good intel, Flamingo could put 2 together and say, okay, so I told Roci this, and for freaking like 6 months there were no attacks on us. But yet when I tell Roci this, all of a sudden there's an attack. And Roci already knows that Flamingo has an idea that he's betrayed him. So odds are is that this is going to play out really ugly, because Flamingo's going to get really fucking pissed. And it's going to be inconvenient for mainly Law, but for Roci too as well. In fact, actually more for Roci, because Roci's probably going to die because of it. So again, that's really the chapter in of itself, and what my thoughts are about how it's going to play out. So, and again, the whole theories about Sanji's dad and Drake, I don't see it. I don't see how you can see this sliver of a person and say, oh shit, that's Drake. What the fuck? I mean, I remember how in like the last chapter, we went back to the story, looked at a color page of the Marines when they were kids or when they were younger, and I don't recall Drake having that kind of hair back in the day. So again, the theory of Dory being Drake, I think, is nah. And then Sanji's dad. Alright, man. So, overall, I'm done. That's a chapter. I will see you guys later. King Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe. The chapter overall, I think it's an okay chapter. Okay to good chapter. It's not, like, fantastic. It's not, like, huge. Except for the fact that you have, you know, Koda actually doing what he came there to do. Get the fruit and try and save Law. But he's fucking up massively. You know, the wrong time to fuck up. And, again, there is snow there. And I'm getting a Drum Island feel, so, like, Korea comes in there like, yo, fucking Young Buck, what are you doing here on the side? I got you. Come here, Young Buck, yeah! So, again, it's very possible. It's very possible. Because it's One Piece. The possible, what is first perceived impossible, later on becomes possible, alright? Do the impossible, see the invisible, row, fight the power, man. Like, One Piece bleeds that shit. So, okay, I'm done. King Lightning, rate the video, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice day.